Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode here on our single-player survival world. Today we are back, and it's kind of a weird thing that's happened over the past few days, and that is that my microphone audio has really messed up on me quite a bit recently, and we built this along with some other stuff. So a few episodes have had to go to waste, and that's purely because I'll explain to you what happened in a short while. And it's hopefully you guys will understand what happened. It's pretty simple to, even if you're not too familiar with microphones. I'm sure I could tell you what me being a bit of a rookie did. So I'll show you that. I made that silo over there. We'll go check it out now. And we also ended up doing a house over here in another episode, which also would not. Oh man, I thought I could just make it. Which also we won't be showing you guys because, as I say, the audio was absolutely horrible, and I just can't do that. Now, this over here, this house was a small house, which I thought would be really nice just to cap off this, so that we can start getting this area looking a little bit smoother, and then eventually this area over here. In fact, let's just quickly eat. Yeah, so that's pretty much what the idea of this was. Now, it has got over here a dock for a little boat, like a little jetty, and it's got 3 stories actually. So you can come down here. Let's do that. Come over here to this floor over here, which is actually below where the entrance is. We'll go up some stairs. This is the entrance, and then we've got an attic over here, which is pretty cool, I think. I thought it was a pretty neat little build. And it's still got a bunch that we can do to it. It's not 100% finished, but I thought it was a nice little addition to the base here. And we've also, just got rid of all the stuff that was here before. Now, the other thing that I did is I started planning out one of these over here. So one of these again over here, and it won't actually be the same as this because this was actually a little bit of a mistake. If you count, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a number I never ever use. So we've got an even number where I wanted it to be an odd number. So we had to deal with that, but I thought we dealt with it quite well. If you guys don't know, odd numbers are significantly easier for me, at least. I'm pretty sure for most of you guys to build with. They tend to work out just a little bit better because you can get a bit more symmetry on them. Like, for instance, that had to be switched off to the side, which you could do with an odd one as well, but it just looks a lot better when it's odd. It's strange things. So let's head over to the other place, which, as I said, I built the silo, which I'm significantly more happy with than that build, but we'll see how that comes. So take a look in here. Now, the concept behind this is silos are used to store grains. You know, that you pump your grains that you get off here, and we'll pretend everything else. You take it from where you farmed, you put it in here for long-term storage, and we've got everything we need to store these here for a while. And in fact, I've even got a second story here, which is ready for us to do some stuff with. I'm not too sure what. Maybe we could put some more chests here, but I feel like it's a bit overkill considering we probably won't ever fill these chests up completely. Now, today's episode, well, actually, the end of last episode, which, as I say, you guys wouldn't have seen because I messed up. But today we are going to be building a second one of these right over here. So let's just make sure that these are in line. They are. Good. Make sure that's in line there. That's in line there. And the reason we're building 2 of these is because I thought it would be kind of cool. You can't just have, instead of having just one out in the middle of nowhere, we may as well have 2 out in the middle of nowhere. I thought that would be a little bit nicer, and that's what we're going to start doing. Now, I'll explain to you guys what I did. So, basically, recently, I've been on this craze to try and get my audio on my recordings to be a little bit better, and sadly, a lot of the time, I'm less happy with what I've done when I'm trying to figure it out. But I do understand that that's all about the learning process. You know, you got to make mistakes to be able to get the results that you want. And the results that we want is significantly better audio. And slowly but surely we will be getting there. Hopefully today is even better than the last one. I'm sure it'll be better than the past 2 episodes which we've had, which have been absolutely, it was terrible. So I'll explain to you what happened there. Now, with my recording program, so I've got a program that I'm trying to run my voice through so that it kind of cancels out background noise and hopefully a little bit of my keyboard. I'm sure you can probably still hear a bit of the clicks, but that's because I got a mechanical keyboard, so that's going to be changing soon. But yeah, what I was saying is that I've been trying to cancel out a lot of that noise and just get stuff a little bit clearer. And what happened was I've decided I would try using something called a noise gate, which is, for those of you guys who aren't too familiar, basically, let's pretend, I'll explain it to you as if it was actually working. So let's pretend right now there's no noise. So if I just kept quiet now, you shouldn't have heard you should have heard next to nothing there. And imagine, let me just check, I'm doing this right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, now imagine I made a few noises that were like just little clicks. You wouldn't hear that during that time because the noise gate, which is a little thing that's running to see when sound gets to a certain level, will only record the sound when I get to that level. So if I never hit the level that gate is set to, it won't let the sound in. So that's why it's called the gate, the noise gate. You get what I mean? So basically what I did was I set that, and I did that a few days ago, and in fact a few of the things we recorded had that on it. So it worked for us for a few episodes. But for some reason, which I'm assuming maybe just positioning of my microphone or maybe more noise in the background, although I doubt that would be the case, but maybe something along those lines messed up. And what happened was you would hear me speak, and as I'm speaking, like here, you'd hear my sentence wherever I go quiet like this or loud like that. You'd hear the loud parts, but the quiet parts would be cut out, which is obviously very, very much less than ideal. And that is why we have a few episodes which are missing. And as I say, I could have probably just recorded, because we had a similar issue where my audio was terrible. Not the same type of issue, but an issue where my audio was absolutely horrible during my studying period. You know, a few episodes ago when we were away for a little bit. That was also a bit annoying. So hopefully we don't create a habit of this, and we can start getting stuff to the way I want it to be. Now, is this the right height? I think that is. Good. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I think I will go ahead and put this all together, and you can see, I just want to quickly show you what I've done here. Is I've actually used a similar technique to what I used over there, where I remember we built this weird shape which didn't really look like it should work, but it eventually did. That's exactly what we do here. We build this weird shape, and we kind of just chisel it down to the shape that we want, and this is what came out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this exact same shape that I've done here, and I'm going to build it over here with this bone block, and I'll probably put the roof on. Alright, so we're getting near the end of the roof now, and I'm just putting in the final little bits and pieces here. And I thought I'd bring you guys in because we're going to move on to the next stage in this, which is obviously a bit of the detailing and stuff, because we've done the majority of the outside. There's a bit of detailing to do, the structure's there, but as I say, it's the small bits and pieces here. Now, what we are doing as a channel right now, I wanted to quickly discuss that. In fact, let's go over there. We'll sleep. Now, as far as our channel's going, because you guys know, I've been updating you guys in terms of what I am planning on doing for the 10,000, but not completely, but to some extent. I've told you, we're approaching 10,000 subscribers right now. And what that means is we are going to be doing a face cam, I don't know, I'm thinking question and answer session. Because we did that for, I think, 5,000 or somewhere like that. And I actually did enjoy it. And there was a lot of questions I didn't manage to get to. So I think, and not to mention we've got double the amount of people now on our channel. So I think that could be a pretty good thing to try out. So if you guys have got anything that you want to ask me or anything along those lines, the best way, as per the last time, is actually to send them to me on Twitter. Now, if I remember, I'll probably put a link on screen, like right now. But if I don't, tell me in the comments and I'll try and do that. There's also a link down in the description. And if you guys have got a question, you can send it to me there. Send it to me however you want. But I mean, even in comments is alright. But as I say, I'll most likely get back to it if it's on Twitter. Now, what I was going to say is that will be probably, I mean, we're at 9,800 and something. And we're moving pretty quickly up from that, which is absolutely amazing. But we should hit that very, very soon. So we need to get going on that, I guess, now. Get going on some questions and answers. So I'm in this week, well, in the next day or so, going to be hopefully purchasing a webcam. Because I actually don't have a webcam on my computer. I've never actually had the need to do any, like, face-to-face chats on my computer. So it's kind of something I need to buy. And I will be buying, because I did kind of promise that. So that's what's going to be happening shortly. And as I say, it could even be in this week that we hit 10,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane that we hit that so quickly, and we're going to be pumping right past it. So hopefully by the time our next our next subscriber special comes out, we won't be ridiculously far ahead, or maybe it will be a good thing if we are ridiculously far ahead. It might be, I mean, that actually would be a pretty awesome thing, considering it's not, I don't do it like a few months later. It'll probably be in the next week or so if we do. But yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at that. That's looking good. Good. I think we've got this build working good for us. So that's just a little bit of an update on what's going on there, because I know a lot of you guys are quite excited for us, as much as I am excited, to be hitting 10,000 subscribers, because a lot of you guys have been here since the beginning, and if you're not, welcome, if you guys are new, and if you haven't been here from the very, very beginning, well, that's what YouTube's for. We've got videos for literally for days going on here, so yeah, that's just a little bit of a thing that's gonna happen. Now, is this how I did this? This is how I did this. These little details are things that I never actually used to put on. Just like, I don't even know what this is meant to be. But it really makes a great improvement just to the aesthetics of this build. It just looks so much nicer. Look at that. Do that, and as soon as we got these on, kind of just dresses it up a little bit. And I guess that's really what it is. Just like building dressing. Like that, see? And now we just go up to this, and I won't be able to get up there. Oh, no. Do that there, and we'll get up there. Good. So that's pretty much what the next step is, doing this outside piece. And I feel that on this one that we've got here, which we built in the last episode, that it was missing something from the middle here, and I'm not too sure what it could be that I could put there to maybe fix this up a little bit. So if you've got an idea, let me know. I would be very interested to hear what you guys say about putting in there. I also feel like I might be putting in some stuff underneath those there, like some stairs, just to make this look like it's a bit better supported, because it's a very rough edge over there. So we'll fix that up, hopefully, this episode even. Now, what I'm going to do, as I said, is I'm going to get going on doing this little piece here. I'll probably do a few more of these decorations, and maybe even put in the inside little bits and pieces. Look at them. They're looking pretty damn good, I think. That's actually very, very satisfying to see these two guys next to each other, standing proud. I like it. Now, I've started going in and filling in all of these things here. I might actually do that one there first. We get a good number. And that's just a pretty simple thing. As I say, I like to have the buildings sort of still survival appropriate. You know what I mean? Like, I know we are just building these for the sake of building really cool buildings and making ourselves a pretty cool survival village. But, as I say, it is survival, and I think we need to make certain things as functional as we can possibly make them, and I think it adds a little bit more feel to the builds, you know? Just knowing that these aren't just empty holes of nothingness. Okay, there we go. Man, I've gone through a lot of wood in this episode, let me tell you that. Surprising for the amount of wood that you can actually see around here. I've had to use, I guess the chests take up, like, a bunch, but, like, just in there even, and out here. Got a bit of wood for how much I expected it to be. But I'm happy. I'm happy that we are done with that. Oh, man. You know what? I think we're going to have to work out a way of using less oak wood. In general. Oak wood, it's crazy. Crazy stuff. But I love it too much. So let's just clear this up. And I think we should almost be done with this main bit of the build, at least. Now, that's just a matter of small details which we'll add in over time. But from the outside, it looks good now. So close the door up. Wonderful. As I say, if you guys know what I can put in here, I would really like to hear your opinions. Now, the other things that we have to do, which I've been putting off for some time, which is around here, just doing little bits and pieces on this piece here where we got rid of the wall. And that is just adding in bits like this and stuff like that to finish this off, because as I said, we got rid of the wall and then we didn't do anything else to it. So may as well just add these pieces in here. This is just a little bit of a tip. When you're putting in pillars like that, you see how I got rid of that the dirt grass block that was there before? By getting rid of that, it meant that it didn't look silly. Like, let me show you how it looks when it doesn't have like that. You know, it looks just silly. Like, I mean, I guess it does work, but it just doesn't work as well as that. Look at it. Much bigger, much better of a difference to have. And I think it looks better, personally. So we'll get rid of these. That's just remnants from the wall. And then we'll just fill in the rest of this. Now, with our next... Well, this is me just thinking ahead. With our next 20 episode thing, you know how every 20 episodes, we kind of just do a little bit of a catch up and we change our goals, at least for the next 20 episodes, I guess. So that's 4, that's 5. There's no better way we can do that than what we've just done there. Yep, that's very annoying. But I guess it's the way it is. Why is this here? I know why that's there. Because I was trying to make a little bit of variance in here. Like, I'll show you. But yeah, I was just wondering, what do you guys think we should turn our next 20 episode focus over to? Because I've got a few ideas that I would like to turn it around. Get off there. Get off of that. You'll good. But does he have anything in him? No. Okay. Yeah. Nope. There we go. In our next 20 episodes, I think it'll be kind of cool just to do something very different to what we've done now in terms of how we've worked on one area, worked on another area, and worked actually on 3 areas in the past 60 episodes. That's how quick those 60 episodes have actually gone. 60 episodes ago, almost, we started on that area there. That is nuts. But if you guys have got any ideas of what you want to see in the next 20 episodes, also let me know about that. Because that will be really, really cool to kind of figure out what you guys think needs to be done, and I can have a look what I want to be done, and we can come to some sort of a middle ground, because this is, of course, a product of all of us. You know what I mean? It's about all of us here choosing how this place looks eventually, and I'm just the person who puts it together. So let's just count this up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 8. Okay, maybe we can do something like there, that, and that was 3, right? Yep. There. In fact, no. I want to do this so I can hide up this little thing that we had in here. Man, get away. There we go. Do this, and then we hide up that. And that is 4. We could do 4 here as well. Good. But yeah, as I was saying, this overall, despite this being my Minecraft world, I like to think of it as our Minecraft world. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just me that's made everything in here. Like, ideas have come from you guys. A lot of ideas have come from you guys. A lot of them have made this what it is. Without that, I would never have got it. You know what I mean? Like, I never would have built half the things the way I have, or even half the things, if it wasn't for you guys commenting. So that's what I think. If you guys know what you want me to do in the next 20, let me know. I'll tell you what I'm thinking towards, at least. For at least a certain proportion, like a certain portion of those 20, is getting a lot of this terraforming stuff done here. So, for instance, you can see how I started with a bit of the smoothing and texturing of the land, but I didn't actually get to it. And also, for instance, just finishing off things like the mountains and stuff like that. I would really like to give that a go. However, the other thing that I'm thinking along the lines of is getting this area around here, because we have actually had a good start, and I can feel my frames are dropping like crazy. What is going on? Why? You know what? I think it's this farmland that's come in here that's dropping me big time. Don't know if it looks jittery to you guys, but I can tell that 15 frames drop. I can notice it myself. But yeah, the other idea was, because we've got a good start over here, we could possibly go into this area here and try and make this, which is actually quite a pressing issue, try and get this area looking a bit better. So let me know what you want. Maybe one of those two. Maybe you guys have got something else different. And I would love to consider it. I would love to hear what you guys think we need to do. So I think for today, guys, we've done a very great job getting that done. I am pretty sure our audio came out quite alright this episode, so thumbs up for that. But thank you very much, guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.